Good morning. As I have my morning cup of coffee, I'm reflecting back on the days of the Roman Empire in 27 BC. And although I'm only 51 years old, I wasn't there. I have read enough on it. And when I think about Rome and I think about the time period, it used to be a republic focused not on men, but on laws. That was the most imperative thing. And it took 500 years for this idea to finally fall. But in that time, there was a Senate, and they wielded power, but it was always restrained. It was always governed by the people and limited by the people. Citizens had rights that couldn't be trampled by a lone man or a Caesar. But then came the corruption, as all governments are susceptible to. The elites insulated themselves against the citizenry. The people were pacified with breads and circuses. Breads being alms for the blind man, or let's go ahead and throw Christians in with lions, whatever it may be, whatever it needed to be to distract the people from what was going on in the government. Doesn't that sound familiar? As the government slowly bleeds out and bleeds the people dry, a never ending cyclical form of self destruction. The Roman Republic did not fall in a day, as I said, but the populares, they had all the power. They were Rome's populist left equivalent, more aptly pronounced the populares. They pandered to the mob, they pandered to the riots, they pandered to the weaponized government offices to destroy their enemies. They rewrote the norms, they corrupted courts, they demonized rivals, and in the end, they castigated the educated and the people who spoke out, first and foremost. They created the very tyrant mentality that they claimed to fear, taking your rights to afford you security. Ben Franklin talked about that. And as we fast forward today to the American left, the Democratic Party is in a free fall. They're too delusional to see it. They weaponize justice. They silence dissent through tech and media. They redefine language and call it progress. They scream threat to democracy while they openly try to jail political opponents, eliminate debate, censor us, and remove the checks on their own power. Just like the Roman elites, they believe their own lies, that they are the guardians of the system and the only ones who can protect it or destroy it. They are the arsonists lighting it on fire. Joe Biden is their aging Cicero, a man who once nominally respected around, who now clung to the power through backroom deals and borrowed authority. Then you have Kamala Harris. She is no Cleopatra, but she sure was unelected, unpopular, and unready. And for the media, they are the modern day forum, feeding the mob what they want to hear while ignoring the decay behind the columns. In both Rome and America, it was never about preserving the republic, it was about preserving their power. The parallels between the two aren't just historical, they're prophetic. Rome traded its freedom for safety, it died from within, and the Democrats are marching to that same tragic drumbeat, deluded by identity politics and power games, blind to the wreckage they're creating. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, and right now it's rhyming in blue. Thanks for listening, folks. Friday, Red Friday. Please put your red on for veterans, and we'll see you at 7 o'clock tonight. God bless.